When we want to talk about past habits in English, we have three options. We could use used to, would, and past simple. Let's have a deeper look at them. Used to is a phrase that refers to past states that are not true anymore. So you use this structure when there was some action in the past or some state in your past that you do not do it anymore. Like, for example, we used to live in London when I was a child. I'm not a child anymore, so I'm not talking about my present, okay? If by any chance I want to refer to my present, I use present simple as an equivalent of this past state or past habit. Hmm? Now, used to can also be used to past habits to refer to past actions, repeated past actions or past habits. But then again, that do not happen in the present, okay? These are completely finished actions in the past. Used to live, used to go. Hmm? And this is an equivalent to solía in Spanish. Okay. In the case of forming a negation, we use didn't as in all past tenses, past simple. And if it's a question, did you use to go to, for example? Okay, so that's the form. Then we've got the word would, that, as you already know, is used in conditional sentences, but in this case has a total different use. We use this would as an equivalent to used to for repeated actions in the past. If we compare used to and would, we could say they are the same, but you can use used to for all verbs, but would only for verbs that have dynamic meaning, dynamic connotation, not a state. So we could say every Saturday I would go on long walks along the beach. It's not possible to say I would live because live is a stative verb, it's not a dynamic one. So this has to do with what I said before. So remember, for when you refer to past habits, repeated past habits that do not happen anymore, so that is past, that's why they are past. You could use either used to or would. Used to for all verbs, would only for dynamic verbs. Okay? And the translation of would be something like caminaba. Instead of caminé, which would be a simple past action, this is caminaba. Cuando era pequeño, visitaba, corría, caminaba. So that is the type of past. Okay, and finally, the past simple that you probably may be wondering why we have the used to or the would, and what's the difference with the past simple sentence? Well, there are some moments when there's no clear difference between them. If you do not know whether the action is no longer true here now in the present or at some point, okay, you could use any, but it's not clear, okay? But what is clear is that when you are talking about repeated things, you go with used to or would. Now, if the action is not repeated, you go with the past simple, just referring to that moment in the past. And then if you happen to use or if you happen to have clear moment in the past, you use past simple. Okay, I hope everything has been understood and you can have more exercises on our extra materials and free materials on our social media. Bye.